Hello, viewers, and a warm welcome to the maiden episode of Her Voice, a special program dedicated to highlight women and their stories. Here on Majak TV, we bring you inspiring stories of success, resilience, and empowerment. I am your host, Fatou Estanya. Joining me is my co host, Nimakoli, and our guest for today is none other than Fatou B. Kamra, a dedicated sports journalist and the current assistant treasurer of Gambia Sports Journalists Association. But before we go in, I will allow my co-host to introduce herself.
Thank you,
Welcome, Nima.
Fazil. Yeah, thank you. Every Friday at 8 p.m., we'll be right here on Majak TV, and I am Numokoli, your co host on Her Voice. It's such a pleasure to be part of this platform where we elevate women's voices and journey. Enjoy our first episode as we welcome the bold, brilliant, and inspiring woman who is breaking barriers in the world of sports journalism. So, Fatu, tell us our special guest today.
Yeah, she is indeed a unique personality, a woman who has defied the odds in a male-dominated field. Welcome to Her Voice, Fatou B. Kamala.
Thank you so much for having me. And I would say a wonderful hi to the viewers that are currently watching us. As you said, I am Fatou B. Kamara, a sports journalist, and also serving as the Assistant Treasurer for Sports Journalists Association of the Gambia, and also the Vice Chair of the Women in Sports Commission. And it's a pleasure to be here once again.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, but don't you think this is a wow?
Yeah, it's
being-
good, you know.
Being a woman, you are a sport journalist, an assistant treasurer, and also the third one you said,
Vice Chair
a vice chair.
of Women.
How do you manage to do all that?
Okay, it's a multiple role. I think it's because of my passion, dedication to the job, and my commitment, and also how I schedule myself. So I am able to do multiple tasks because I know how I schedule myself as the vice chair of the Women in Sports Commission, as the assistant treasurer for Sports Journalists Association, a role which deals with money. And you know, dealing with money is not easy,
Yeah.
especially such an association, not a small association, but an association of sports journalists in the Gambia, and also doing my own thing as a female sports journalist. I mean, it's all about how you schedule yourself, your determination, your resilience, your passion, and and the trust that people have in you.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Wow.
good.
It takes a strong woman, to, control all these positions at once. So tell us, how do you schedule yourself?
Oh, okay. So, right now we are going for off season, but when the season was on, what I do is my service as the vice chair of the Women in Sports in the Gambia. So my role there is not that much hectic. I participate when I am given a task, or sometimes I do send something in the group to to keep the group active. So as the assistant treasurer of Sports Journalists Association of the Gambia, this is not a daily work. Sometimes I'll be there receiving money. So I mean what I do is I go with their receipt book anywhere I'm going to, because I don't know who will be sending me money. So I make sure that immediately I receive that money, I write that receipt for you, snap it, and then send it to you to authenticate that indeed you have paid your dues, or maybe any financial dealings that you have with the association. So it's all about being conscious. Like I told you earlier, I go with their receipt book for the for the commission. I'm always online to respond and also do what I'm assigned to do. And in the morning, sometimes when I'm at home, I do help my mom with the domestic works, and in the afternoon I'm at the field.
Okay, that's nice.
Great. So
Yeah.
to start with, how did your journey into sports reporting started?
Okay, to it will be a surprise to many, because people who knew Fatu B, they don't know Fatu B with any sporting activity. For me, when I was in school, during my primary school, I'm always active in this dramas, poetry, debate, etc. So when I was in Sukuta living with my mom, I used to sell groundnut at the video club. This is a place where people gather to watch football. So I think this is where my love for sports, particularly football, developed. Because I would be at that video club, selling groundnut while watching football. At that time, I don't even know what is football. I just see people on the screen kicking the ball, and when it is a goal, people will start celebrating. And you know how video clubs are always. So, like I was there, I will be watching. With them along. I think this is how my love for football developed. By then, I don't know who is who in football. So sometimes when people shout, I also shout, even though I don't know anything in football.
Was there any challenges that you faced when you started at first?
Particularly me being a hijabi, as you can see, I am covered.
Yeah.
So sometimes when I go to the field, people will be like, in our local language, you don't look like a sports journalist. Come on. I feel like you are insulting my religion. Yeah. So these are the kind of struggles or challenges that I face. And sometimes you see, as a lady, sometimes boys they'll be like, you're beautiful, try to harass you in a verbal way. Even some will go to an extent that having that intention of harassing you in a physical way. But again, your integrity and your boundaries really matters as a woman, if you know it. So I am stubborn to tell them that, look, this is my religion, this is the field that I want to do, and I will do it even in my hijab.
That is the reason I say it takes a strong woman, to grow in the male dominated
you have
field.
to be stubborn, you have to be stubborn. So these are the kind of challenges that we have.
And that's all we have for you on this episode of Her Voice. But before we leave, we would like to extend our sincere thanks to our camera crew and our producer. Till we come your way next week, it's a bye from us.